Hey guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't heard the news, where you been, pause this video right now and go back and watch my last video and then follow me on Instagram because you've missed a lot. So as you guys know, I will be moving to London the first week of January. I never thought that moving abroad was gonna be like a piece of cake, but there is definitely a lot to it. It's finally the weekend and I'm really looking forward to staying in and doing some more packing and only running necessary errands like the grocery store and the gym because, y'all, the countdown is like beginning. So at one point this area was a lot more organized and I caught myself getting ahead by like packing up, but then I realized it's cold outside and you kind of need those coats that you packed up. So yeah, that's why it's looking so crazy, but I'm gonna try to reorganize and repack stuff this weekend. It's crazy because like we're basically a month out now. Luckily, I've had the last 5 months or so to begin preparing and checking things off of my to-do list at a pretty good pace. But it still feels like there's so much left to do. So in today's video, I thought that I would just sit down and actually share my moving abroad checklist with you guys and let you know what I've been up to over these last few months and what I'm still trying to get done now. So I guess I'll get in my favorite spot now. So I have definitely been pretty busy over these last few months just trying to get things done and make this whole move / grad school thing official. I'm not gonna go into full detail about each item on my to-do list because I plan to do like future videos breaking things down even further. So this will just be like a general list so you guys can have an idea. Let's rewind back to the end of June. That is when the idea returned in my head that I should research grad school in London. I actually did it about 2 years ago and then kind of just told myself, no, that's not gonna work out. But at the end of June, the idea came back to me and this time it just didn't go away. And I started researching like crazy. So number one on my to-do list was research, apply, accept. So I started doing research on courses in London that could be a good fit for me. I applied for 3 universities and I got accepted to all 3. So then I had a decision to make. Which one did I want to go to? And I ultimately chose the University of Greenwich. So to go to school in the UK, you need a student visa. This definitely deserves a dedicated video of its own because this process almost made me lose my mind, okay? It was a lot. It was a whole lot. And you can't do that until you receive this information from your school. So there was a period of time, you know, after I got accepted, because I got accepted to school back in July, there was just like this waiting period because my university was more focused on the students that were going to be coming in September and I'm coming in January. So there was just like this waiting period where I couldn't really do anything. I kind of just had to wait. Luckily, while I was in this waiting period for me to be able to apply for my visa, I was able to apply for my accommodation and secure my living arrangements, which was a huge relief. You know, it's important to know that you have somewhere to live, especially when you're moving to a different country. It's pretty major. So that was taken care of in October. So after all of that waiting, I was able to apply for my visa and receive that in November. The next thing on my to-do list was to figure out my phone situation. Because if you know me, you know I'm not about to be living anywhere without data. So I'm currently with AT&T. It doesn't really make sense to keep a phone line that I won't be able to use. And I was hoping that my phone line could just be put on hold until I return so I can keep my phone number that I've had since 7th grade. But unfortunately, you can only put your phone line on hold for like 6 months or less or something like that. And it's like you pay only $10 a month while it's on hold. But after that, you know, little period is over, they won't keep it on hold anymore and you have to start paying full price. So haven't fully decided what I'm going to do yet, but I'm leaning towards not paying for phone services that I'm not even utilizing. So might just have to get a new number if or when I return to the United States, and that sucks. But while I'm in the UK, I will have unlimited data. I'm so excited. I actually found this website called giffgaff that sends you a SIM card, and you can choose, you know, how much money you want to put on it. You can choose what plan you want, and they have a pretty affordable unlimited data plan that you can use in the UK and in any other European country. So it was perfect for me. I received my SIM card and I'm going to activate it once I get there. Of course, that was something that I had to make sure was handled before I left. Now, the next thing is something that I haven't gotten around to yet, but there's not really as much of a rush, and that's applying for a UK bank account. I'm going to be applying for like an international student bank account just so I can have money, you know, readily available and not have to deal with ATM fees and things like that. And the last thing, this one really is upsetting for me, and that is I have to sell my car. I just got my car last year. I got an email saying happy 1-year anniversary to you and your vehicle, and it made me almost shed a tear because I love my car. I have a Jeep Renegade. Like I said, I only got it a year ago, but it just does not make sense to keep paying a car note when you are not in the same country as your vehicle. It just doesn't make sense. So I have to let it go. I'm basically gonna try to sell it back to CarMax at the end of December. So those were pretty much like the main things that I had to get done. But there were also a few things that I had like on a personal to-do list that I wanted to just handle before I left the country. The first thing was to clean and help the photos on my iPhone and move them to a drive. Before I started the cleanup, I had a little over 24,000 photos on my phone dating back to 2015. And I think it was the number that intimidated me so much and made me just like put it off for years. Like I knew that I needed to clean out the photos, but I just never did it. And I was like, the time is now. So I got the photos down to 4,000 photos, and then I moved them to a portable drive. So I feel really good about that. The next thing was to do a major closet purge. I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I once had a thrifting addiction where I went 3 times a week. Yeah, I don't know. I have no excuse. But I accumulated a lot of things, and it was just time to like let a lot of stuff go. So I did a huge purge, went through every drawer, all the closets, and I donated a bunch of stuff. I actually also put some shoes on Poshmark. I sold like 3 pairs of Doc Martens on there. That was pretty cool. It was nice to make a little extra cash off of some things that I was not wearing at all. So, and I probably could go through things one more time before I leave and get rid of some more stuff. And the last thing on my little personal to-do list was to get my wisdom teeth removed. Another thing that I have been putting off, I don't have much to say about the experience except it was awful. Don't recommend. No, I'm just kidding. It was really bad though, guys. Like the healing process and the actual surgery was a breeze, and I actually was wide awake when all 4 of them were extracted because it was like a $1,000 out of pocket price difference, and I need to save my money for other things like moving to London. So yeah, I was wide awake for all of it, and it actually wasn't bad at all. It was just the healing process. It was like so bad. I'm pretty much okay now. I still have a lot of sensitivity when I eat cold things, which is not enjoyable, but other than that, I'm fine, and I got it out the way while I still have my job's health insurance, so that was nice. Oh, and one more thing, but I kind of touched on it at the beginning of the video, but packing. I mean, packing is definitely like number 1 on my to-do list. I have packed a lot of things already, but I still have ways to go. And there's actually some things that I think I can unpack. Of course, my parents are letting me leave whatever I don't bring here because it's just some things that I'm not ready to part with. I don't want to donate it, but I'm probably not going to bring it with me. So those things will just chill here until I figure out what I'm going to do with them. This to-do list has definitely been keeping me occupied as the days wind down, and I'm just getting more and more excited. It's really crazy. Like I said, I plan to include you guys like every step of the way, so stay tuned for more updates. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.